Disclaimer. This is all alleged. I'm just an idiot. You don't have to listen to me. Uh, Use your own critical thinking and you come to your conclusions. But I believe the world is ran by power. And you might ask, what's power? You might say money is power, but I think it's a little bigger than money. I believe influence is the real power that runs the world. Because no matter how much money you have, once you have the people backing you, you're pretty much untouchable, unstoppable. Influence runs the world. That's why everything is ran by subscribers and followers and so on and so forth. That's why social media is so huge. But social media is a lower scale of influence. There's a higher scale of influence that the average person doesn't get to see, but they feel the effects. Now, what I mean by that is the higher scale of influence would be, politicians, businessmen, world leaders, the holy trifecta. When you think of trifecta, you might think of, a triangle. You fill in the blanks. So we have this trifecta of people, this group, that has massive influence over the regions of the world that they reside in. Cool. These people are not necessarily the smartest people in the world, but they do their job good. They do their job well. These people are not scientists. They're not heart surgeons, neurosurgeons, archaeologists. They're not any of the above, but what they can do is get you to believe. They can get millions to follow them. They can get millions to abide by what they say. They can get millions to vote for them. They can get millions to put them in position of power. And you know what you could do with that kind of power? You could do a lot. I could have $0 in my pocket. I could be completely flat broke. But if I have millions of people willing to do what I say off the strength of just believing, I don't even got to show and tell. All they have to do is just believe. I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. But like I say, this is all alleged. So people use their power for good and people use their power for bad. Okay? That's why I'm such a big advocate for having a mind of your own. This world is 8 billion plus people. 8 billion plus people. And 90% of them are all followers. They're just lost in this world looking for someone to lead them, to the glory land. Looking for someone new. And anything that sounds good to them. Anything that sounds good. And the people who realized, hey, these people are not so smart. I could say a couple little lies to them, maybe tell a joke or two, and I have them right in my back pocket. And what comes with that influence? It also comes, funds coming in. This world is all about power. Now, people who have too much influence and decide to steer a different path from what the system wants, they usually get wiped off the face of the planet. That's why you see celebrities with hundreds of millions of followers. They never talk about certain issues. They never talk about certain issues because they don't want to steer the crowd in a certain direction because they have such a great influence. You hear what I'm saying? I hope y'all keeping up. I hope y'all keeping up. They don't want to talk about, you know, the climate of the world. They just want to keep you distracted in this low vibrational of what's going on in the lower levels of the world. They want to keep you distracted with the money, you know, the cars, the houses, the women, you know, whatever you like, whatever you into. They want to keep you distracted. And that's fine, because the more we stay distracted, the more we don't have time to think about what's really going on. If we're on the lower levels, you know, warring with each other, when in reality we really should be saying, "Hey, what are we fighting for? What are we fighting? Like, you're trapped in this world just like me. You have the same amount of power in this world just like me. Who has the majority of the power? Who's controlling this and who's controlling that? Hey, let's go to them. Let's see what they doing. We don't want that. That's a no. We don't want that. You don't want that. People who have too much influence and they steer the crowd in a quote unquote positive direction, they get you out of here. A perfect example, most notably, you know, Martin Luther King Jr. Allegedly. But hey, what do I know? I'm just an idiot. You don't have to listen to anything I'm saying. I'm just an idiot. I don't know nothing. But for those who could, you know, put a puzzle together, at least, I'll leave everything up in the air for you to decide, for you to figure out. But, you know, and you know, anyway, you guys were awesome. You guys were great. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself and know that it's bigger than you and me. I'm not your enemy. It's bigger than racism. It's bigger than classism. It's bigger than us. So let's come together for once. We're not each other's enemy. We're just pawns in the game. And I'm no different from you. But hey, I don't know anything, so hey, peace.